Hi everyone, Jessica here, welcome back to my channel. So today we are doing a magazine make. This is using Die Cut Essentials issue 97 and we have this memory box floral window. So this magazine did come out before Christmas, but I was doing my Christmas make so I didn't show you guys. So you'd have seen the magazine, you'd see what was coming in the next issue because the next one is out already. It's the Eucalyptus, which I have got as well, which I'll be doing a video on as well. So I'm not going to show you through this magazine, so again, most of you probably would have seen it. So we're going to go straight into actually using the free gift. So we've got this die here, which is going to, the centerpiece is a cut line, so it is going to die cut this centerpiece for you, but the rest of it is just going to pierce that detail into your card. And then we do have some sentiments and we have some coordinating papers you can download. I have downloaded just this one here and printed it, so we're going to use that on our card today. We're going to do a little bit of inking and things like that. So I've just run this through my die cutter machine and just onto some plain white cardstock because we are going to do a little bit of ink blend in here. So just to show you, again, you've got all that pierced detail, hopefully you can see that, and then this centerpiece is just gonna pop out like so. So really nice die that you will be able to use in lots of ways. But like I said, today we are just gonna ink up some of this, and then I'm gonna fussy cut around the outside to completely trim this out. So I've just zoomed in a little bit here. I'm going to take my little finger daubers that we're going to use and we're going to pull out a few shades of Distress ink. So we're going to come in, let's do Seedless Preserve. Let's bring in a nice yellow to go with our yellow paper. Let's do a little bit of fossilized amber. We definitely need a green here. Let's just go in with a little bit of mauve lawn, I think. We'll get out Rustic Wilderness as well, just in case. And maybe let's come in with an orange. Let's go Crackling Campfire, because that's kind of between an orange and a red there. So let's start off. Yeah, let's do mauve lawn to begin with. So this isn't going to be perfect unless you were to mask portions of this off, then it isn't really going to be strictly kind of within the lines of the design. But I think just having that sort of stitched detail is going to give it a nice effect. So let's just go around and do... Again, if you want to be more precise with this to make sure you don't get any other colours where you don't want them, so for example like the green on the actual flowers themselves, you can create masks. You could use smaller brushes. You can get those smaller brushes, the little stencil brushes, that would work as well. So what we could do if you want to, again, is like come in with a slightly darker shade. Again, these are quite big to kind of get any sort of definition in there. So again, you could use something smaller. So let's come in with our red. Let's try not to kind of cross those colours over sort of too much, just to get a muddy colour. Make sure we don't get any sort of muddied colours. Okay, so that's all of our inking done. So we're still going to do a few other bits to this, but now what I'm going to do is literally just a fussy cut around the edge. Okay, so this is what we've got so far. So I thought just to kind of highlight some of these details a little bit, we're just going to take a fine liner and literally where we have all of the small dots, we're just going to highlight it in black just to help that stand out a lot more. So I've gone around the whole thing, as you can see there, just sort of filling in the dots, and it just means then that it's picking up that detail a little bit more just from a little bit more of a distance, which I think is going to look really nicely. And so you can still see all of that pierced detail. So let's start to put our card together. We're going to do a 5x7 card because I thought that would just sort of fit this really nicely. And what I thought would be quite nice to do is add this as the background, but we're going to use one of these scalloped rectangles to create a scalloped bottom to this. So it's going to just be sort of just short of our card base. So I'm just going to trim this down. I'm going to cut it to the size that I normally would. So this is a 5x7. So we're going to do 4 3/4. Let's just trim that bit. And then we're going to do 6 1/4, 6 3/4. Like so. So that's how I would be matte and layering that ordinarily. So we're going to take this, and so if you're going to do this, you want to make sure that you're using an edge that's of course bigger than what your panel is going to be, because you don't want to die cut anything else from it. We're going to pop that like that. So I'm just going to work out roughly where I want the bottom of this to stop. So I'm going to say something like that. Carefully take that off. Let's bring our card base back. So we're going to line that up with the top, and then we just got this really pretty edge down here. We're going to have this, and we're going to pop that onto some foam. And I think what would be really nice is to have a little bit of twine just at the bottom. So we're going to go with this more sort of natural colour here, so slightly darker one. So let's put this across the back. I like to then secure it with just a little bit of tape, washi tape, whatever you've got, just to hold it in place. So again, I'm just going to use my grid mat just to make sure that I've got a nice even line. Just grab another piece. There we go. Just so it stays where I want it to be. And then let's just tie something. I'm actually going to double knot this. Like so. Again, let's make sure it's nice and straight. And then we can just do a nice sort of a simple bow. Okay, so I'm not going to cut that down just yet, but let's get some glue. Yes, I think we're going to do this way. So again, let's just get a few foam pads here just to lift this up a little bit. That we've got a little bow, so let's just trim those little pieces down. And then all we need now is a sentiment, which we're going to pop just across. So let's have a look what we've got. So we've got happy wishes happy birthday, thinking of you, thanks, and with love. So I think we'll definitely do, oh, and then you've got to send in love in here as a die as well. I think let's just do happy birthday. Keep it nice and simple. So we could actually just stamp that right in the middle. Maybe we'll do that. Hopefully this is going to stamp down in here. So it did look like it was kind of beading up, so we've not had the best impression, but literally just a really easy way to fix that. It might also be the paper that I printed onto that might have made it that way, but so we're just going to use literally a fine liner just to go back it around. So there's our sentiment, and then we're just going to add some Nuvo drops just to finish this off. So we're keeping it quite simple, but I like it. It's very nice and fresh. It's a simple design, but we've got some nice colour in there, perfect for hopefully when the weather gets a little bit nicer. So we've got some Nuvo drops here. This is the Violet Galaxy. I thought that would go nice just to bring out a little bit of that purple. And we're literally just going to do some dots just under our twine just there. So I'll just zoom in a little bit for you to see. So this was using the Floral Window die from Memory Box. This was issue, I believe it was 97 of Die Cutting Essentials. Again, most of you probably have this one already, but I did want to have a go at using it. We do have the next one, and I do have a Simply Cards and Paper Craft as well. So if you haven't subscribed to my channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button and that notification bell so you don't miss any of my next uploads. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and really help to support my channel would be brilliant. So that's going to be it for this video. Thanks very much for watching, and happy crafting.